going to get into this. We're going to get into this. So, of course, I normally don't do videos like this, but because Auntie Wendy is dear to my heart, okay? You guys, I won't go too much into this. I won't hold you guys up. But I want to give insight on what is going on with Auntie Wendy spiritually. And, just give my opinion, give my input in the best way I know how. Okay. All things in this video are alleged until proven otherwise. Okay. Let's get into it. So I've watched Auntie Wendy from so long ago. Let's talk about it. When I was in high school, I came across her first book, Wendy Has the Heat, where she was talking about a whole bunch of stuff, exposing a whole bunch of people, but she wasn't really giving names. She was giving you ideas, right? She was giving you ideas about who these people were. And I was infatuated by it. Like, who is this powerful woman, beautiful, and who has this strong personality, but yet soft and gentle, right? And just knowing, right? Just knowing the book, and then of later hearing stories about her, you could tell that Wendy Williams was a woman that grew up hurt, and she grew up, feeling defeated, feeling like everyone was judging her. And so what she did was, instead of becoming depressed and letting people dominate her and giving them power over her, she basically nurtured herself. And of course, that can go into the Cancer personality type, because Cancer are very nurturing and mothering, even to self. And so you can just tell that Wendy been through a lot of things, and she was protecting the integrity of who she assumed she was. And of course, people also, projected onto her what she was and who she was, primarily coming from her mother. And of course, this creates mental disturbances. I won't go into, DID directly, but definitely some type of, there's chaos on the outside, but I have to find peace within. And so Wendy took this, and we can go into her even being connected to a wood dragon in Chinese astrology. And of course, we're dealing with the Chinese New Year. She's the wood dragon, and wood dragon people are very upbeat, positive, right? They're woo-hoo, life of the party. They're indulgers too. Okay, that means they're easily addictive. They have a very addictive personality. But on the brighter side of all of that, they're very driven. They're very self-orientated. They're ambitious. They're dominant, right? They don't let person, place, or things get them together. So even going into her love life, Auntie Wendy needed someone or something to balance her out. Like, you rough, I'm rough too. And I always say this, I see Auntie Wendy being with an Italian man. I just feel like culturally, and when I say Italian, I mean authentic Italian, okay? Not Italian American, like you're Italian, but you're born in America and you have American customs. I mean authentically Italian. She's a very dominant woman, and she needs someone to balance that out. And so, either way, this strong woman has every right to be strong. And like I said, a lot of people don't understand, Auntie Wendy. With respect, I call her Auntie Wendy. No one really understands Auntie Wendy, And we saw her documentary. We saw the story of this woman, or this girl, because she's a girl still, no matter how old she is. That's why we see her on stage become so, she's very jovial. When she's sitting here gossiping about people, she's very childlike, even though she's an older woman, and going into her little laughs is very childlike, because she's still that hurt little girl when she was little, and people are teasing her for being overweight and being tall and being masculine and all this other good stuff. And of course, this is the story that a lot of, women get, but they don't want to talk about it. And you want to throw race in there, we can say black woman, but they don't want to speak about it. And so Auntie Wendy, she is life. She is love. She's, regardless of what she's going through, she likes to hide that, right? And even looking at her picture, I'm seeing her face. You see a very happy individual, but you're seeing someone who hides something, and not intentionally, but definitely, once again, going into the younger her coming out during her experiences. When she got her shows, when she started radio, these experiences shaped her. And I'm even surprised that she became an addict right? Versus becoming a violent person. Because the things that she's dealt with, and even going into her being a wood dragon and going into a lot of stuff, you know, she's the goddess Beset in the Egyptian astrology. You know, goddess Beset is fertility, love, beauty, and war. Okay, she is a lion first, and then they depict her as a cat. She is also the daughter of goddess Isis and Father Ra. So she has that solar energy, that powerful, attractive, successful energy. And even going into Isis, the great mother goddess. Oh, come on in here, Isis. The great mother goddess, very loving, very maternal. She will sacrifice her own life for other people. And of course, that goes into the stories of the miscarriages that she had. Okay. And there's a lot of situations that she doesn't talk about. Once again, everything I'm saying here is alleged until proven otherwise. I'm a spiritual advisor. Things come to me and I'm giving insight on what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing, being a great supporter of Auntie Wendy. Being a great supporter of Auntie Wendy. And I've been that from the start. And so she's had a lot of situations that she has not put out publicly. Okay. And lots of children. And, you know, some of them were intentionally taken out. ABO. ABO for me is abortion. Okay. And some of them were miscarriages. But definitely a lot of children. And that's that goddess energy. She's connected to Olokun as well and Lakshmi. There's a lot of genetically, racial, in this third dimension connected to Auntie Wendy. There's a lot of energy connected to her. I'm definitely getting indigenous to South America, the islands. I'm getting European. I'm getting Portugal. I'm getting a little bit of Italian, mountaineering type of energy. Greco-Roman. You know, you also have the goddess Athena that's with Auntie Wendy. And so this woman is very powerful. Even when she was younger, people are jealous of her. She was a very happy person with self. And once again, going through the hurt and the pain that she'd been through, allegedly. Auntie Wendy said, I'm not going to let people take my joy from me. And unfortunately, as I always tell people, that's why it's so important to deal with your trauma. If you dealt with trauma as a kid and you become older, the trauma comes harder. So every situation that you attract to you goes back to when you were a child. Mama and daddy, sister and brother. And the disrespect that her brother, Tommy, displayed a couple of months ago on his IG, on his whatever the hell that is that he did it on. The disrespect. He did that as a kid as well. That's not just when we're an adult, I'm going to disrespect. I'm going to do a tell-all. That's unloyalty. That's disrespect. That's untrustworthy. And no one should deal with Tommy Williams, Wendy Williams' brother. You disrespect your sister publicly. You want to come out and you want to tell all. Honey, you're supposed to be family. You're disrespectful. You're very disrespectful and you should be outed, exiled. You're not my brother. That's exactly what you should be because you're very disrespectful. A very, very disrespectful person. I don't tolerate disrespect, especially when it comes from family. I don't deal with that. If a family will disrespect you, they cannot be trusted. Wendy needed support. She needs support. She needs love. Unconditional love. And I hate that you got to say unconditional love. I hate you have to say unconditional love when love is unconditional. You cannot say you love somebody, but I only love you because you're this, because you're that, because you give me this, you give me that. That's not love. That's infatuation. That's lust. She needs love, and she doesn't have it. That's why we experience the meltdown. That's why we experience the health. She does not have love and support. She gets it from two people. I see two people. I see one woman and I see a man here. And it's not an intimate thing. I see a woman and I see a man. But she gets the support from these people, but not from family. She don't get it from family, honey. She felt like the black sheep of the family. She doesn't feel accepted. She didn't feel wanted. Her mother rode her. Her father was submissive. So the mama bossed around and this and that, and you're too big, you're too that. And it made her feel some type of way. And that's why Wendy really didn't get along with other women. She didn't trust other women. She got that from her mother. And so moving into what is going on with Auntie Wendy now, her show has been canceled. And it was a setup from the beginning. They knew that in 2020, there was not going to be a renewing of a show. But because of, and once again, we're going into alleged, I'm giving spiritual insight on the situation, okay? And it is alleged until proven otherwise. Auntie Wendy, okay, owns a big part of who she is. Wendy Williams. The people, Dan Murray, okay, and all these other people, the production company, knew exactly what was going to go down. But they had endorsers. They had people endorsing the company. They had people endorsing Wendy Williams' vision. They did not want to lose it. They didn't want to lose the endorsers. Okay, the people endorsing them, whether, you know, I won't go into names because we saw a lot of big names, a lot of private names, investors too. But instead of, they didn't want to lose these connections, these endorsements. So what they did was they actually said, let's pull someone else in. Now, I do feel like there was 3 people there. Sherry Shepherd was one of them. There's 2 males. I think Sherry Shepherd was the only female. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling spiritually. So because she's not currently doing anything right now, okay, they decide to pull her in, and it's all, let's give her a chance too, even though we know that she, you know, connected to The View back in the day and also the good stuff, which also connected to Whoopi Goldberg, which we will not get into. All this happened in February during the Lunar, okay, the whole Lunar event, okay, the whole Lunar, Pluto, and this is just the gate. This is the opening of something. Political, scientific, spiritual, religiously, there's some changes taking place. And so, Auntie Wendy going into Cancer, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy. During the time they said her show was canceled, the moon was in Scorpio. And see, this is where we gets into high magic, and people who are in low places don't see that. Okay? So, they do things according to the cycles of planets, not just the moon, not just the sun, not just Earth, not just Mars, but all planets. Anytime they announce something with a virus, a vaccine, whatever the hell they come out with, look at what planet is in motion and what planet is in retrograde and all that good stuff. So they knew they had these endorsers. They did not want to lose these endorsements because there's a lot of money on the table. You know, Auntie Wendy is the lead of all this, but these other companies are behind her. So to lose all that money, we're talking about millions of dollars. Okay? Millions of dollars. These people would have had to file bankruptcy, and they wasn't having that. So behind the scenes, it was, let's pull Sherry Shepherd in and let's see if she has what it takes to take over. And we have until a certain date. Now, what comes up for me, I'm seeing something between January the 15th and February the 5th. So they were given this short period of time to prove that Sherry Shepherd had what it takes to be the one to place Auntie Wendy. Okay? Because like I said, they knew she would come back. And it was, she was come back because of fatality. Because people were saying, oh, she's going to die. She was going to die. Auntie is going to be fine. Trust when I say that. She's going to be fine. She's going to be definitely fine. But the games that is going on here, honey, she's choosing not to play it the way that y'all want her to play it. That's what she's doing. She chooses not to play it the way y'all want to play it. Because people who played it the way that y'all want them to play it are no longer here right now. They're gone. They've been ousted. They've been set up. So, let's see what Sherry Shepherd can do. And if she's good, we're going to keep the endorsers. If she's not, some of them are going to pull out, right? Some of them are going to pull out. But let's see what she can do so we can keep this. So they had a lot of stuff going. Then they start creating, you know, news articles stuff because all that is private. You know, we don't know about what's going on at the production because we're not there. Unless only people know about shit that's going on in production are people that work in production. So these little fake stories are coming out that she's firing people and everybody's upset and they're going to quit if she don't come back. And all that was to bring attention to the endorsers. So the endorsers could pay attention to what's going to happen. You think this is fake? We need you to pay attention. So that's what this was. And then so happened they dragged us into it too. They dragged the regular people, you know. They drag us into it too. But either way, clearly Sherri Shepherd won. And they went ahead and said, okay, honey, you can walk away and we'll go soft on you, or you could put up a fight and we'll take it all down. Once again, Auntie Wendy said, bitch, I'm not fighting the way y'all want to fight. I'm not fighting the way you want to fight. The way y'all want me to fight, I'm not fighting. I'm not going to put out there right now exactly how Auntie Wendy, from what I'm seeing and sensing, from a spiritual perspective, Auntie Wendy went about this, but she didn't completely walk away, and she's not completely putting up a fight. But see, what happened is, when Wells Fargo stepped on in here, because see, there's agents in disguise. People and things in high places that act like they want to befriend you and be good with you. And Auntie Wendy has always said, I don't want industry friends. I don't trust y'all. She always said the killer, because Auntie Wendy knew exactly how this game goes. People are true and genuine when they come in, possibly, but people could be turned out with the right amount of money. So they found out who was over Auntie Wendy's assets, who had the key to her money and her investments, and they came in, they turned her out. Auntie Wendy, people said that she was losing her mind. She was out of it. She had holes in her brains. Auntie Wendy saw this foolishness, and she said, baby, you gotta go. She cut the connection with this woman. At that point, it's too late. And see, another thing too, Auntie Wendy, that's why you should have kept some of your possessions and stuff on you. I do feel like you're smart. Like I said, I won't put that out there because we don't know who comes across these videos. But I definitely feel like you should have kept a little more on you and keep some of the assets and stuff, you know, in the banks. So when they want to lock it down, okay, baby, you got that, but you don't got this. But it was too late at that point. When Auntie Wendy realized what was going on, the lady went in and she shut it down. And she was like, yeah, she's mentally unstable. Once again, bringing us into it, and once again, distracting us from what's really going on. Distracting us. Because now they said the court case files are sealed up. It should have been like that from the beginning, because ain't nobody researching that. That had to be brought out public by somebody to make us, oh, she can't handle this because mama's sick and stress makes you sicker. And so, girl, it's all a setup. So I knew that they were setting this all up. I knew that. I said, honey, yeah, they don't want Auntie Wendy to be great. People are saying, well, they gave her chances, No, they want you to think that it's all her and it's her fault. They want you to think that this is all in the hands of Auntie Wendy when it's really not. You have management. You have handlers. You have assistants. You have executives. You got people above you that you got to answer to. There's levels to this. She's the forefront of everything that we see, but there's people behind the scenes. And there's some people that people don't even mention or talk about. I see 3 men. 3 men, honey. One is somebody from another country. 2 of them are from the States. But 3 men. Either way, her husband, okay, is the contribution to this. Because this ties into that too. Auntie Wendy, I'm not going to say she's totally, completely innocent. Because when you're in the game, you're in the game. But her husband, Kevin, okay, had a lot of stuff. He did a lot of shady shit. Allegedly. A lot of shady, trifling shit. He got her into contracts and deals that she wasn't aware of. And this is where the divorce and stuff started getting a little rocky at. Right here. The marriage started getting a little rocky. And then it started after she had little Kevin. So now it's a setup. Now it's, okay, now it's not just you and I, babe, because it's easy for a single woman to walk out of something like this. But now you're bringing my son into it. And we know that a woman is very, very sensitive when it comes to her son. So now when the son is born, now it's, let's get you in all these contracts, make these moves. And he, like I said, he got her caught up in a lot of stuff. And I'm seeing a lot of bad stuff. A lot of bad stuff. Some people have lost their lives. Some people have lost their lives. Some she's aware of, some she's not aware of. Some people have lost their lives. Snitches, people knew what was going on that was trying to stop things from coming into play, like her show. When that divorce happened, because Auntie Wendy saw some shady shit, like people said, yeah, she was okay. She was accepting of the sideline people. Some of the stuff she was a part of. There's threesomes, three-way swingers. And like I said, this is what I'm seeing spiritually. Swinging situations. Okay? A lot of exciting, fun things. Housekeeping, maids, servant boys. Like I said, people be trying to act like they shocked about this good stuff. First of all, when people are swingers, they're already sexually open. The man and a woman. Ain't no swingers, only heterosexual. There ain't no heterosexual swingers. You're already a little bisexual, bi-curious anyway. So there's a lot of men involved, girls involved. Oh, girl. From Kevin and Wendy. Outside of that, no, we're not lesbians. No, we're not gay. You know, we're heterosexual people. So either way, it was a setup. When Wendy caught wind of what was going on and she wanted to get out of it, her chance was this baby drama. She decided to use this as a way out. But little did she know that it was too late, because the game that she did not want to play, because there's many games, but the major part of the game she did not want to play, her husband already put her in the game. So the money that he owed is on her head too. Auntie thought she was going to cut ties with the husband and everything's going to be good. And now Auntie still owes that debt. Auntie still owes that debt. Spiritually and physically. I think that they're trying to make it seem like she's losing her mind, because that would be a way to easily take her out. But Auntie Wendy is still coming forward to say, honey, I haven't lost my mind. They want me to lose my mind, but I'm not losing my mind. She's a fighting woman. A resilient woman. I do see that Auntie Wendy was really in love. I do see she was really in love. Going into the hidden stuff here. Once again, I do see things, son, about many, many children. She only has one child, so that means that these children are miscarriaged and are ABO'd. We do have the Seven of Diamonds card, which definitely tells me that she's going to be good. Okay? She's definitely going to be good. Auntie Wendy is definitely going to be good. This is the lucky card out of all the cards. Anybody knows about cartomancy? This is the best card to have. We also see something here about many chances in your present business and do not change. So right now, there's a lot of offers on the table subliminally with Auntie Wendy. And once again, her walking away from this show, not completely walking away, is just opening the door for other opportunities. Whether it's in front of the scenes or behind the scenes. But like I said, she's definitely going to be good here. Going into the Ten of Hearts, this is the card that denotes multiple children and all that good stuff. Okay? Now, I do see something here with the marriage. It was definitely a real marriage. It was definitely real love. She definitely loved Kevin. It was real. But Kevin later saw it as a money-making opportunity. He saw it as, she has the gift of gab. Let's turn this into a profit. Auntie Wendy was a little bit uncomfortable about going into business with Kevin. I do see a lot of, shakiness, nervousness, not feeling too comfortable with the situations. A lot of situations he put her in. Like I said, going into the bodies that I'm seeing people being taken out, she was like afraid. But of course, going into magic, okay, going into a certain type of magic too, it comes up for me. Not hoodoo, not voodoo. There's another type of magic that comes up for me with all this. going into magic and physical protection, they were saying everything's going to be good. Don't worry about it. I also see Auntie Wendy as a very jealous person, and she have a right to be. Okay, Sharina is the one story that we got about the affair that Kevin has had on Auntie Wendy, but he's had many affairs on Auntie Wendy. And like I said, I'm seeing men and women. Okay, I'm not just seeing women. I'm seeing man and I'm seeing woman. Just a little last insight on this before I have to go. Something is coming up with the matters of the heart, which is either trauma, it connects to your family and your loved ones, but it's definitely domestic. Okay. And of course, cancers are very sensitive, emotional people. So something is coming up here with once again, shadiness, her not being too sure. And also that's how these illnesses came up too. Not being too sure about something, not being too comfortable about something. But something's definitely coming up with her getting support, and I feel like it's going to be made public. Her getting support from a friend that we either thought that she was not connected to, or we thought that they were cool a long time ago. She's going to get support from an absent friend, someone who was not there before. I am also seeing something surprising for her. Mama's getting some type of gift from somebody, a very, 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 very nice gift as well. And it's something that she always wanted. So I want to say this in closing, and I'm going to be done. I love and I support Auntie Wendy, and no matter what she do, from the Wendy Williams Experience on VH1 to the Wendy Williams Show to even the things she's going to be doing after the show, I will support her. Going into spiritual tribes, we're definitely connected, and I stand with my spiritual sister. I send her love, I send her light, I send her healing from a healing place. I ask that all ties and bonds and contracts that are put on her in the past lives, in the present life, be revoked, be broken. And that Auntie comes to the surface. As that her ancestors come through and protect her. That she find her sanity and her peace of mind. I think Auntie Wendy is doing very well. I feel a lot of energy from her. She's doing very well. Please keep her in your thoughts and prayers if you are a true fan and supporter of her. And even if you're not, you put out and you will get it back. Anyway, twospiritmystic.blogspot.com. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.